Hello, and a warm welcome to the Auction Insiders. It's the podcast where we unlock real stories and strategies and opportunities inside the UK property auction market. I'm your host, Louise Stanway, and whether you're a seasoned investor, a curious homeowner, or just curious about auctions, you're definitely in the right place. And today is our July 2025 market update, and let me tell you, there is some real momentum at the moment building in the auction space. And in this episode, I'll be breaking it down as to why auctions are on the rise for both buyers and sellers, why property investment strategies are working best right now, and where the hotspot areas are across Manchester, Cheshire, Staffordshire, and Shropshire, which are the regions we proudly cover through our town and country property auctions franchise. Plus, I'll be inviting you to share your own strategy with us, if that's okay, and maybe get involved in a future episode because we'd love to hear from you. And it'd be great just to see how other people are being creative with their strategies. It'd be great just to have a discussion around all of that. So let's get into it. Segment one for today is the market update for July 2025. And I guess we start with the big picture of the actual whole market. So as of July 2025, UK property market continues to shift massively, and I'm sure you're all seeing the changes in that. Mortgage rates have settled slightly from their 2024 highs, but lending is still very much cautious, I would say. Buyer behaviour definitely has changed. People definitely want that certainty, speed and value, which is why I think we're seeing a surge in auction activity because it tends to cover all of those. In the town and country, we've had at least a 20% increase in lots that have been listed compared to this time last year, which is a massive achievement. And more than ever, buyers are looking to auctions for a quicker purchase without the traditional chain hassle. So we've also seen a strong buyer demand in both residential and commercial auction sectors. And what's interesting is that sellers are increasingly turning to auctions, not just out of necessity, but because they recognise the advantages of coming to auction. Your properties are being sold in under 28 days. Competitive bidding is pushing up prices. And for motivated vendors, that is a real game changer. So the traditional estate agency route definitely still has its place in this market, don't get me wrong. But I don't believe that auctions are a last resort anymore. I definitely see there's a step change to people coming to auctions for various reasons and personal circumstances. So for us, we're saying it's a smart, strategic choice. So why are auctions booming this year? I thought I'd try and break it down a little bit for why we think it's booming in 2025. And for sellers, I would say that the benefits are pretty clear. Fixed, fast timelines. So again, we're going back to that fixed 28-day completion dates, and usually if you're selling, we tend to have like maybe a 4 to 6 week window of marketing for that particular auction. So our auctions run monthly, but to have a really good run in with the marketing, we like to have at least a good 4 weeks prior to that auction to get the maximum exposure for our vendors and sell within that month. So again, it's fixed and it's fast. And there are no chains. So, of course, once the hammer goes down and it's sold, you haven't got the messiness of any chains at all. It's just a straightforward transaction between a buyer and a seller. With auctions as well, you get the transparent bidding. So with our auctions being online, you can visually see that auction taking place and the bids that are going through at that time as well. And it gives realistic pricing with competitive results because of that, we think, as well. So there are other reasons, I think, why sellers are coming to auctions and why it's booming in that respect. And from a buyer's perspective, I think for buyers in particular, it gives access to some unique stock. So depending on your strategy and what it is that you're looking for, auctions tend to have properties that are tenanted, so great for buy-to-let investment, commercial and renovation opportunities, and in particular as well probate, which is great, isn't it, for tax relief opportunities, should I say. And again, for buyers, then they've got the certainty of a purchase once the hammer goes down. So equally as it is for a vendor, for buyers, they also know that once the hammer falls, they've got a fixed date in 28 days. They can get the builders all lined up and know that it's you're good to go, aren't you, if you're doing a renovation project. But also, again, if it is that you're buying a buy-to-let that's tenanted, for instance, you've got the income stream coming in straight away, haven't you? And then there's less competition from mortgage buyers, slowing down processes with auctions because our auctions, being traditional, unconditional, do lend themselves to cash buyers for sure. So with the market still being unpredictable in parts, auctions kind of offer that control, and that's why I think it's growing really fast. So let's move on to investment strategies that work in 2025. I thought this was a really good segment for a podcast, really, because everybody wants to know, what is the best strategy right now? And it's a very much, I think, a personal thing, but it's good to know what strategies are out there. So I think you can then make a bit more of an informed choice as to what would work for you. So what investment approaches are working best in the current auction climate? I would say there are five. We've got a top five, starting with refurb to rent or refurb to sell. Auction properties needing cosmetic updates are an absolute goldmine this summer. Investors are buying, refurbishing quickly and either letting or flipping with pretty healthy returns. So this is popular in areas like Stoke and Crewe, and definitely parts of South Manchester as well, we're seeing. So have a look at those areas for some hotspots for refurbs. A second strategy would be buying tenanted stock. In 2025, rental demand is absolutely sky high, as I'm sure you're aware, especially for affordable family homes. So if you buy a tenanted property at auction, you're getting that instant income stream, as I alluded to before, but just be sure to check tenancy details before you go to auction, just so that you know kind of what agreements in place, deposits, that kind of thing. The third strategy would be commercial to residential conversions. Quite an exciting strategy, I always think, if you're up for a good development. But empty shops, pubs and office spaces are being snapped up like you wouldn't believe, particularly in market towns around Shropshire and Staffordshire, we're seeing. With permitted development changes, these conversions are more viable than ever. So definitely have a look into some commercial to resi conversions. The fourth strategy I'd say right now is portfolio restructuring. And what I mean by that is that we've had landlords selling off less profitable assets through auction and reinvesting in higher yield areas or different types of properties, which is pretty smart, especially if you're reacting to tax changes or the new EPC rules. So that's just some food for thought for landlords with portfolios. And the fifth strategy right now, I'd say, is mixed use investments. Properties with a commercial unit downstairs and flats above are ideal auction lots. We get them, but then they're also very quickly snapped up. So definitely need to be keeping an eye on our website for those that come in. Or if you want to, you can register your interest with me, and I can obviously just mark down your requirements or criteria. And if anything then, crosses our pad in terms of any mixed use investments, I can let you know. These particular investments, they often come with value add-on potential, you see, with really good, reliable returns, especially in town centres. So it's definitely worth looking into a lot more for that type of strategy right now. But no matter your strategy, auctions definitely can support it. And if you're unsure of what's best for you right now, reach out to us. We're here to help build a strategy that works for you. So some useful tips I thought would be to know what the hotspots are in the areas that we cover. So let's kind of zoom into some key hotspots, I think, in our region that we serve at town and country property auctions, starting with Manchester. So in Manchester at the moment, we're finding that Levenshulme, Salford and Moston are buzzing with investor activity. So certainly have a look around those areas. And also, if you're looking to sell right now, contact us because we have got buyers that are keen to invest in that area. So definitely let us know if you've got a property that you'd like to sell in that area. There's strong demand for 2 to 3 bed homes, especially those suitable for HMO or student lets. So again, we've got quite a healthy bank of investors right now that are looking for these types of properties. So we are looking to sell. Do let us know. And there's plenty of auction properties here with solid rental potential as well. It's always something to consider if it is that you're looking for a more buy-to-let strategy. Manchester is still a really good area to invest in. Moving it into Cheshire, we've got the likes of Winsford, Crewe and Ellesmere Port. It's definitely an area of demand right now, we're finding. We've just recently had a number of properties in Crewe and they sell as soon as we get them listed. Again, be sure to let us know if you want to invest in this area and we'll take your details for future opportunities. Great locations for refurb projects and buy-to-lets. And although the HS2 may be scaled back for now, regional investment is still attracting buyers. So definitely have a look in and around Crewe, Winsford and Ellesmere Port for sure. Around Cheshire. Moving into Staffordshire, Stoke-on-Trent remains a key auction city for us. It's ideal for first-time investors or those looking to scale. We've currently got 2 great investment flats in Stoke-on-Trent for you to have a look at. One's called Flat 17 Moxon's Island, which is currently let with a gross yield of over 20%, which is a phenomenal investment. So definitely have a look at that. That's Flat 17 Moxon's Island. And the other area in Staffordshire is Tamworth and Newcastle-under-Lyme, who are also showing really strong rental demands right now. And we've got another property in Newcastle-under-Lyme, again with a gross yield of over 20%. So check out Flat 26, Block 3, 1 London Road. This particular area around Newcastle lends itself for investment for those that are looking for like student lets because of Keele University is just up the road. And it's also a great location for rentals for doctors and nurses because of the staff's hospital. So yeah, great area for investing. In Shropshire, we've got Telford and Oswestry. They're definitely heating up, I would say, right now. We've got quite a few in Telford currently and some great investment properties that lend themselves to the trends that we're seeing at the moment. We've got 2 investment buy-to-lets in Donington, the 2 flats, which is ideal for somebody who wants kind of like a hands-off, easy rental. Getting in £1,600 per calendar month on those. So that's a really good one to have a look at. Or if you're looking for a refurb, we have a property, freehold property in Dorley. It's currently guided at 139k. That is a really, really good, solid property. With a great refurb, actually, there's good margins on that, so definitely it's worth having a look. But yeah, so going back to the area of Shropshire though, we've got lower entry prices but strong resale and rental demand in that area, and we're seeing more developers enter into this space looking for land or conversion opportunities. So again, if you are looking to sell any land or anything like that right now, do let us know because we have got people that are looking. So as you can see across the board in the regions that we cover, it's packed with opportunities and potentials. It's just knowing where to look. So hopefully that will give you some guidance on some current hotspots right now. So let's talk some strategy. So if you are thinking of dipping your toe into auctions, or maybe you've got a portfolio but want to adapt to the current market, wherever you are in your journey, we're definitely here to help. So at Town & Country, we like to work with buyers and sellers and landlords and developers, constantly working with them to determine strategies to see how best to sell in the areas. We do our research, obviously, like I say, into like the hotspots and things like that, and reach out to as many people as we can because it's so fast paced to obviously get those sales through each month. And we love helping people turn property into a real opportunity, which is why we want to hear from you really. So don't hesitate to contact us if you want to just let us know what your requirements are, because then at least we can be feeding you those opportunities if and when they cross our paths. So save you the job of having to look, we'll come and show you what it is that you can purchase in the area. So whether you need evaluation, market advice, or just want to run through your plans, do get in touch. And you can visit our website, you can contact us at the office or drop us a message on social media, and we'll be happy to build a winning strategy in Manchester, Cheshire, Staffordshire or Shropshire. And if you want to contact me directly, email me. It's louise.stanway@tcpa.co.uk. That's louise.stanway@tcpa.co.uk. So before we wrap up, we want to hear your strategies, as we've mentioned before. So let us know what's working for you right now. Are you flipping? Are you letting? Are you converting? Have you picked up a hidden gem at auction that you'd like to share your story with us? That would be great. We're opening the floor to our listeners, and in future episodes, we'd love to share some of your stories and strategies with our audience. So that would be great if you want to contact us and get in touch. Send us a message or tag us on social or email us. Again, my email address address, and let's keep that conversation going. It'd be great to hear from you. But for now, that is it for our July 2025 edition of the Auction Insiders. I'm Louise Stanway. Thanks so much for listening. And if you enjoyed the episode, don't forget to follow us, leave a review, and share it with anyone who you know that's thinking of buying or selling through auction. And remember, the auction market is full of opportunity right now. So with the right support and solid strategy, there's no reason you cannot make this your next move the best one yet. So until next time, stay informed, stay strategic, stay confident with the Auction Insiders. There's still plenty of time to make 2025 your year for investment. Thanks. Bye.